Hi, I'm Randy, Director of Product at SingleStore. In this session, we will discuss our developer experience. What we mean by developer experience is how we remove friction from your workflow. Whether you're writing SQL, collaborating in notebooks, or debugging code, our goal is to keep you in your flow state. In today's update, I'll walk you through a few major improvements like GitHub integration and SQL Editor autocomplete. But first, let me show you the platform. SingleStore isn't just a database platform, it's a full developer tool. So here, what I'm demonstrating is our SQL Editor, where you can come in and write your SQL queries. Or if you prefer, you can leverage notebooks, where you can also write SQL queries, but you can also write Python. Some developers live entirely in SQL, others are all in on Python. We've built dedicated interfaces for both, so you can work the way you want. Now that I've shown you our platform, let's move into our first developer experience feature, GitHub integration. Previously, coding on our platform was very good for exploration, but it lacked core coding functionality like Git and version control. That changes today. Now, all you have to do is just sign into your account or log in, find the integrations page, and enable GitHub. And to demonstrate how easy it is, I will log into my account. You go through GitHub's authorization process, and voila, we've enabled GitHub integration successfully. Now let's import some files from GitHub. You now have a new drop-down option in our Data Studio, which is called Import from GitHub. I'm gonna go ahead and choose this option, and now you will see all of your repos. I'm gonna choose the Python one. Okay, now we've successfully integrated GitHub. Now I want to introduce to you version control and leveraging some of the GitHub workflow actions like merging or making a pull request. Let's go ahead and make a basic change. Go ahead and commit and push those changes. Here's the change I just made. Let's go ahead and commit and push. And now we can enter our commit message and commit and push. Now with our GitHub integration, this means you can now collaborate across your team all within SingleStore. Let's move to our next feature, SQL Editor autocomplete. We made a big improvement to the SQL Editor with intelligent autocomplete. Let me demonstrate this for you. So let's say you're writing a query in our SQL Editor. I'm writing a normal select statement. It fills that syntax for you. Let's look for a column. I'm looking for column 0. All right. From particular database, let's go DB Randy. As you can see, I don't have to type that long name anymore. And then finally, the table S3 tables. Let's go ahead and search that one. Perfect. And voila. Now you can write queries much faster than you did before, and you can be confident you're using the right schema. Now we'll stay in the SQL Editor, and I'll introduce you to a new feature called multi-tab SQL Editor. Previously, you could only have one file open. As you can see here, we have 3 files open, but you can open many more. Let's go ahead and open multiple SQL files. And what's nice about this is I can run multiple queries in parallel. So I'm running a query here, and I can troubleshoot across multiple different windows. This is one of our highly requested features, and you have access to it today. Staying in this coding environment, let's move over to our notebooks. And I want to introduce you to a feature called Notebook cron scheduling. Up in the top right here, you'll see our scheduling call to action. Let's go ahead and click that. Here, you can schedule your Python notebook, and let's go ahead and give it a name. And with our friendly UI, you can choose between hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, all using these cron expressions, which is basically a regex if you're familiar. And that is notebooks cron scheduling. Our customers are using these for many different use cases. Things like sending email summaries or generating automated reports. You can schedule blog posts. You can process reoccurring billing operations. Every day we're seeing new use cases pop up. So we encourage you to try our notebook scheduling, a very powerful feature. Last but not least, we're introducing a feature called sequences. To show you this, I will move over to another account. Sequences is a modern alternative to auto-increment. It really just generates a unique sequential ID. At its foundation, it's super simple but very powerful. Let me demonstrate this for you. So let's go ahead and create a table. Let's say you needed to create an orders table. In your SQL statement, now you can introduce the as sequence primary key function. So let's go ahead and create that table. Okay, now we have that table created. Let's go ahead and enter some data to demonstrate sequences. Now I've introduced a bunch of different rows for this order table. Let's see how this new orders table looks with sequences implemented. And there you go. As you can see, it allows for flexibility. You can start at 1,000, you can start at 10, you can start at 1,000,000, but now you have a unique sequential ID that doesn't jump around from 1,000 to 9,000. Sequences are more predictable and better suited for modern applications. And if you're building a new app or table schema, start with sequences. That's a quick look at what's new for our developer experience. Everything we showed you today is available to the public except for GitHub, and that's in private preview. To request access to the GitHub integration, we'll share a form at the end of this session. And if we can make your developer experience even easier, we'd love to hear from you.